So I'm making a mini 3-layer round robot using this chassis kit I got from Pimeroni.com, and I'm going to show you what I did. Excuse the blurriness, there's something wrong with my focus on the camera. Step 1 was to put the rubber wheels onto the treads, which I don't show in this video, but that's a fairly easy step. I'm pretty sure you can do quite easily. And then secondly is to add the wheels onto the motor. I'm just getting all the bits out here, but you can see that there's the 2 wheels here and the 2 mounting brackets are here. Now, as you can see, I've put the first mounting bracket onto the motor, and there are 2 long screws that come with these. Hopefully you can just about see them, which screw through the motor and through the bracket, and make sure that the screws go on, or the bolts go on the side that the wire's coming out, otherwise you'll see that they interfere with the running of the motor. So I did that to the first one, and then I do the same thing to the second one. You can just about see here the motor wires coming out, and this, on the same side the mount is attached. The next step is to attach the motors to the wheels. They just clip on, and then there's a screw that came in the same bag as the wheels, which attaches them to the screws into the motor and attaches the wheel to the motor. That's fairly straightforward as well. Once that's done on both wheels, you need to get the main body, or the main chassis layer. Each of the layers is the same, so it doesn't matter which one you use, but the first one you'll need to make sure is aligned with the 2 pluses on your right, the 2 plus signs on your right, and the main box will come slightly further down from center, so as facing towards you. It's important that you get this right because they're not quite symmetrical. Now there are a bag of screws that come with this, and they come with mounting standoffs, so little gold pillar-like objects, which you can use to separate the chassis layers. The first layer you'll need to, in this position, you'll need to position the 2 bronze standoffs on either side, and make sure you can't really see it because of the lack of focus, but the inner mount point right on the edge, there's 2 holes on the right and left hand sides. You'll want to use the inner holes of those 2 on each side, and place the standoffs on top and screw in the screws underneath. Once you've got those tightened, you can turn over the chassis layer, as I've done here, and you'll be able to attach the, you can't see it very well, but there's a little white wheel that comes with the box as well, with the kit, and that needs to go on the very edge of the chassis underneath. So you've got the 2 mounting columns coming on one side, and you've got the tiny white wheel on the other side. And then once you've done that, you can see actually from this angle quite well. You'll be able to see down here you've got the wheel, 2 spacers here, and then you'll need to start adding the motors And on each, on this chassis layer, you've got two little slots which the motor mount will slot into. There's two little dents in the motor mount, and they will slot into the chassis. Took me a little while to find it on this one, but if I zoom ahead, you'll be able to see that it slots in there. And that's true on both sides. So get the motors in position, slot them into those slots on both sides, and then put the next layer of the chassis on top, and that will clip in so that they're clipped on both the bottom and the top of the motor. And once that's clipped in, you'll be able to screw the spacers in as well from the 2 points at the front and back using the screws that you used before. Screw that in the front and the back, and it will be attached fairly securely. And then the only final point is to add on the third layer. You can add in the spacers pretty much how you want here. There's different configurations. I think they gave you 4, and I've used 3, but it's up to you how many you want to use. And then once you've got those screwed in, add the extra chassis layer and screw it in from the top. And you're done. Next up, we have adding in the motor controller and hopefully a less blurry video.